Hey everybody, Dirili here. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Office Lovers along Haruyuki Otori's route. We are on his regular good ending, only small for me. The last episode was his best ending. So, yeah, this one should be happy, but not quite as happy. Although, really, sometimes with these games, the good ending is happier than the best ending. So you never really know. Let's see how this one is. You can just sit back, relax, and let me read you a story. Many months had passed since the project had started. The business was booming and growing at a staggering rate. It was no surprise that all the members of the team found themselves very busy. I was pretty busy myself, and often reminisced of the days on the project. These documents are for Mr. Kaido, and this is for Mr. Hyoga, if I recall. Being involved on the project really brought some huge changes into my life. But what changed the most was...
Oh, how I love it. The sight of ladies working hard.
The sudden appearance of the CEO sparked whispers in the office. I was so used to it, though, that I didn't even stop working for a moment. Of course, the biggest change in my life was most certainly dating Mr. Haruyuki. Lately, he had stopped by to visit when he had a break, even at times when I was busy.
Hey, Dirili, I'm talking to you. Dirili.
He put his arms around me from behind. My heart skipped a beat, but I shook his arms off me. I heard you the first time. Then why were you ignoring him? You're a horrible girlfriend. Why am I so mean to him?
You look busy. Shall I lend a hand?
Mr. Otori, what did you really come here for? To flirt?
What do you mean? I came here to visit you, of course.
I wish you wouldn't.
No? You don't like seeing my face?
More than I want to admit.
Then who cares about a little visit? We're both doing our jobs properly. Very well, I might add.
He tried to hug me from behind yet again. Yeah, but there's people around. I glanced around me and saw other employees staring this way. What a bunch of lovebirds. Yeah, and Mr. Otori isn't ashamed to do that in front of anybody. I could hear mixed whispers coming from all around. And if Mr. Hyoga sees us, he's going to yell at you again.
Yeah, about that. I think it might be too late anyway.
Huh? I followed his gaze to see Mr. Hyoga marching toward us, looking absolutely disgusted. How are you going to feel about all this on your route, Mr. Hyoga?
Mr. Otori, what do you think you're doing here? Can't you see? I'm healing my heart. Ugh.
He stopped dead in his tracks.
You little... What's the matter? We're dating, so it's all right. Don't forget where you are. Even if you're free, she is not. Look how busy she is. Not to mention how bad an impression you leave as the CEO with your hands all over an employee.
That's right, Mr. Hyoga. You tell him.
No, it's because I'm the CEO that I can do things like this.
Haruyuki tried to overrule his argument by abusing his own power. It wasn't the first time something like this has happened.
Oh, I'm getting all my work done just fine. You should know that. Just because you do your work doesn't give you permission to do whatever you want.
He has a point there.
What? Are you taking his side?
No, I'm not taking sides here, just stating the facts.
You should be firm and tell him the truth.
Huh?
He's getting in the way of your work.
I said it over and over, and it doesn't work on him.
We're lovers. I know your true feelings even if you say something completely different. She says I get in the way, but is secretly happy inside. That's just some convenient excuse for you to believe in yourself, right?
I felt kind of pitiful for not being able to back up Mr. Otori, even though what he said was true.
Oh well, look at the time. I've got an appointment, so I better go. Bye now. I'm not done talking to you.
He ran away. Mr. Otori scampered out of the office, completely ignoring his shouting.
Jeez.
Mr. Hyoga sure has his hands full.
Are you doing anything for lunch?
Me? No, not really.
There's something I want to talk to you about. Is that alright?
Sure. I wonder what it was all about. You want to steal me away?
With you, there's only one thing I ever need to talk about, Mr. Otori.
I figured as much. We had come to a nearby restaurant to talk over lunch.
But I want to say one thing first.
Great. How can we talk with you two here?
Excuse me, can I place an order?
My hero, wait. I'm not ready yet.
Do you come here often, Mr. Saijo? Often enough. I recommend the... Why did you all have to come anyway?
Oh, they came with us? It had been my fault for picking a seat visible from the window. While I was waiting for Mr. Hyoga, the others saw me as they passed by. Before I knew it, this happened. Sorry, I said it was okay if they sat down. What? So we just chose a giant table, the two of us? Or what, did they push a couple tables together? They're round tables, though.
No, it's not your fault.
It's been a while since we all sat down to eat.
Oh well.
So what did you want to talk to me about?
Oh, yes. It's about his recent behavior around you. I'd like you to make him stop.
Don't you think I've tried? Well, I don't think I can help you with that. Besides, even if I asked him to stop, he wouldn't listen.
I don't know about that. I'm sure he would if you asked.
I don't know.
Yeah, find his weak point and use it against him. Couldn't you have phrased that in a better way? Well, he's got the right idea. Think of it as helping the company out. He bugs you too much. However, he's not slacking off on his job at all. That makes it hard for me to say anything to him.
It seemed to me he yelled at him plenty already.
So, do you think you can do it?
I'll try.
Thanks.
It would be a relief for me, too, if he stopped flirting with me with people around.
So, how are things going with you two anyway?
Huh?
From what I hear, I guess the two of you are getting along just fine.
I guess so. We seem pretty normal to me.
Normal, huh?
What? Come on, guys, what? Some of them let out a dejected sigh.
There have been some rumors.
Another? I'm sick and tired of them.
It's more like eyewitness stories than anything else. Like you were walking to work together holding hands. And you were feeding him by hand.
What? Somehow I had the feeling these aren't true rumors.
And the time you cut your finger, but he carried you to the infirmary for no reason.
Oh, that's so cute. Ugh. All that had really happened. I thought I'd never hear about those again. I felt so embarrassed. I wanted to hide somewhere and cry.
So, what part of that is normal?
It's all Haruyuki's fault for doing...
So, you call him by his first name now?
I screwed up. Up until now, I had tried so hard to call him Mr. Otori around everyone else.
You two are so cheesy.
Ugh.
Cut it out. Any more and she'll break down. We just wanted to tease her a little. Oh well.
It seemed like whenever Haruyuki's name came up, I ended up embarrassed like this every time.
We're almost out of time. Hurry up and finish eating.
Alright. Let me stuff this in real quick. After we finished and went back to the office, I decided to have a little talk with Haruyuki. I wanted to confirm the schedule, so I went to his office. Excuse me. He was busy staring down at some documents when I walked in.
Welcome.
With his eye still on the papers, he moved towards me. Mr. Otori, I didn't know you were working right now.
It's fine. I've already looked at these once already. I just wanted to double-check something.
Oh.
So, what brings you here?
I wanted to talk about next week's meetings.
Oh, you came for work?
Well, yes. Why else would I come here?
I don't know. You got lonely and wanted to see me?
I don't think so. I just saw you before lunch anyway.
That's true.
He slumped his shoulders, looking all depressed. Can I continue now?
Okay.
These papers are for the meetings. Can you make sure they're all okay? I put my hand out to give him the papers, but instead he grabbed my arm. Oh, wait! He tugged me towards him and put his arm around me.
Oh, that one. And that's for Kaido and Saijo's new project, isn't it?
He glanced at the materials with his free arm wrapped around me. His lips were so close to me, I could feel his breath. There was no way I could stop myself from getting a little excited.
These are fine. Let them know they can use it as it is.
He whispered quietly into my ear. Fine, I got it, so let go. He was only holding me with one arm, so I was able to squirm my way out.
You're no fun.
Mr. Otori, no, Haruyuki, we need to talk. I decided to confront him about his behavior once and for all. This is not going to turn out the way we want it to, I know.
Uh-oh, this sounds dangerous.
This is important. Try to be serious.
All right, let's sit down first.
He He noticed I wasn't joking around and would take me seriously. I wouldn't count on it. Haruyuki, I wanted to talk to you about this for some time now.
Yeah? What?
I think you've gone a little too far lately.
With what?
With flirting with me.
Ah, that.
To be honest, it's troubling. People tease me and shoot nasty looks my way.
I see. So, what do you want from me?
I want you to stop doing that while we're at work. I'm busy too. I know you'd agree that work should get 100% of my attention. I don't care what you do as long as it's in private. I like it, in fact. He stared blankly at the ceiling, as if thinking about something. Haruyuki?
Got it. I'll try to behave at work.
Huh? I was blown away that he would agree so easily. He doesn't mean it.
I told you before, I'm yours and you're mine. If I'm going to do something that really bothers you, of course I'll stop. Because, well, I love you.
Haruyuki.
Besides, I'm sure Mr. Hyoga put you up to this.
What? Why?
It's pretty obvious. Why else bring it up now?
He got me. I couldn't fool him even if I wanted to.
So, since I do owe him one for all the trouble I caused before, I'll do as you ask.
Thank you. With that out of the way, hopefully there wouldn't be any problems from now on. From then on, Haruyuki never came to visit me. Though that meant I was able to just fly through work with no distractions. I did feel a little lonely sometimes. Mr. Otori hasn't stopped by lately. Did you two get in a fight? Huh? No.
What? You two taking a break in your relationship?
No, it's nothing like that. What they didn't know was that when we finally got together after work, it got wild.
It's kind of a bummer he doesn't come around anymore.
Why's that?
I don't know. It kind of became a daily event.
It's not the type of thing people look forward to usually. At first it was kind of embarrassing, but as I got used to it, it was kind of cute.
Me too. God, I wish I had a boyfriend too.
I had no idea. Honestly, their opinion surprised me. I didn't think anyone would see us like that.
Dirili, still nothing?
Hello, Mr. Hyoga. No, he hasn't come today either.
Oh, alright.
Mr. Hyoga had come by checking daily to see if a particular visitor had been bothering me.
Who would have known he could control himself like this?
You're so harsh on him. Sometimes the things that came out of his mouth were cruel even.
Well then, no reason for me to stick around.
He left the office, passing by Mr. Saijo and Mr. Kaido headed my way.
Hey.
You two coming together could only mean one thing.
Yup, we bought documents for today.
They handed me some papers.
The usual, please.
Okay, I'll see if I can get them done right away. I'll find Mr. Otori. I made towards his office, but suddenly Mr. Saijo grabbed me by the arm. Is there something else, Mr. Saijo?
Oh, I just wanted to ask you, how is Mr. Otori?
What do you mean? I wasn't sure how to respond to his question. We just asked her the same thing.
Really?
Yeah, if they got into a fight or are taking a break or something. I told you we weren't already.
I heard he doesn't stop by here anymore.
That's true, but...
Does that mean we have a chance now?
Huh?
Yeah, I think it might be the opening we've been waiting for.
Don't let him hear you say that! The boss would not be... Why does this seem like open season on me all of a sudden? You guys just agreed that, you would all swarm after me if I'm free? What? Not you too? They were quickly getting out of hand.
You know, for the longest time I've loved... Okay, stop. I've heard enough of that.
What? When did you get here? Before I knew what was going on, Haruyuki came up behind me and hugged me. Yeah, time to do some public claim staking. What the? He placed a kiss on my confused face. His lips pushed tightly onto mine. The kiss was so fierce that I couldn't breathe. He didn't stop until he was fully satisfied. It felt like an eternity. Even for a while after he stopped, my brain felt fuzzy.
Don't you get it now? I won't hand her over to anybody. Mr. Otori. If this sort of thing happens again, you'll make me angry.
You guys will get yourself fired. Mr. Kaido and Mr. Saijo were at a loss for words. Haruyuki had such a serious expression that it bordered on frightening.
Let's get out of here.
Huh? He took me by the hand and led me out of the office. It was his own office that he led me to.
Geez, I can't look away for one moment around these guys.
Oh no! I finally snapped out of my daze, and suddenly my embarrassment caught up to me. What were you thinking? Since I'd known him, he'd done all sorts of crazy things to me. But never had he kissed me like that in front of people. I'll never be able to go back there.
Good, you can stay with me then.
He gently pulled me close and wrapped his arms around me. Why did you do that? I tried to squirm away, but his arms were fast around me.
Why do you think?
I don't know, that's why I'm asking.
I didn't like it.
Like what?
That the others were so interested in you.
That doesn't give you an excuse to kiss me in front of everybody.
Well, it shows them that you're mine.
You didn't have to...
I had to. They had to know you're mine. Your lips, your skin, your everything.
He cradled my cheek and stroked his finger across my lips. But that doesn't give you the right to break your promise to me. I had almost given in to his temptations. Luckily, I snapped out of it at the last moment.
Promise? Oh yes, the one about not touching you at work.
Yes, that one. You were doing so well and then did something so outrageous as that.
I couldn't control myself.
Learn how to.
I can't. It's useless for me to try when you're such a beautiful woman.
That's embarrassing to just hear. Anyway, I'm going back to work. I lunged toward the door, but his hand grasped my arm and pulled me back. Let me go!
I thought you could never go back there.
You got me there. He snapped me backwards, holding onto my waist from behind. Haruyuki!
Not today. I won't let you escape.
You have to. I've got work to do.
Work can wait for another day.
But, hey, stop! His lips rained down upon my neck.
I learned something today. Holding back isn't healthy for me.
Well, I'm not you.
No, you aren't. If you were, you'd know how hard it is to control myself around you.
You're making me look like the bad guy here.
You are. Look at what you've done to me. I'm crazy for you.
Back with that wolfish look. I love it when he has that look. He frantically kissed my lips. At the same time, his hand went to my shirt and pulled it up. Wait! Held in place by his tight embrace, I uselessly struggled to stop him. Unable to resist, I gave way to the warmth of his lips and his hand over my skin. Ugh, you're always so forceful.
Yeah, the more you resist, the more fun it is for me.
His hand worked up and down my body, gliding against my bare skin. And what if I don't resist?
Then I'll do as I please.
But you will either way.
That's right. Either way, what I want is the same.
He kissed me gently. When he held me like this, I felt safe and secure, wrapped up in his warm embrace.
I love you, more than anyone in the world.
That he was able to clearly express his feelings astonished me. I couldn't do it. I was too shy. I didn't have the courage to say it, but maybe someday. Someday I would tell him how much he meant to me and how much I loved him.
I won't let anyone else have you. You're mine, and I am yours.
How soon would that day come when I could tell him I wanted to be with him forever? Okay, that was his regular happy ending. Well, the best ending was the one where I told him I wanted to be with him forever. Maybe we'll say it in the sequel and date scenario too. So tune in for the next episode to see the sequel, and if it's short like these last couple of things with him have been, then we'll go ahead and read the date scenario with it too. It's really strange. You would think Mr. Otori would have the longest route because, you know, he's the boss and the CEO, but no, he's had shorter chapters than Saijo did, oddly enough. But then I am reading him a little bit faster too because I'm so anxious to get to Kaido. I wanted to do Kaido first. I've just been waiting too long now at this point. Yeah, it's almost 3 o'clock, but I really want to finish him fast and at least do one episode of Kaido because I want to read him so bad. Well, anyway, hope to see you in that next video, and I'd be so grateful for any likes, comments, subscriptions, or shares with your friends to show some support. Thank you so much for joining me, and I wish you all health, happiness, and safety. Dirili signing out. Bye-bye, everybody.